What's up guys, Rick here again, and today I have a NU Wi-Fi battle for you for a change. Yeah, my opponent leads off with a Weavile, I lead off with my Pure Ugly. This is a fake out lead, and Weavile happens to have inner focus, so I can't actually fake out and flinch him, so I'm gonna have to switch out to my Sandslash. I was kind of expecting something like a fake out on his part, maybe a counter or something. But he goes for a Swords Dance, predicting my switch, I guess. And, well, he would have been faster, so he wouldn't even have to predict my switch. But, yeah, he hits me with a +2 Ice Punch, and all I can really do is hit him with an Earthquake to break his possible Sash and sacrifice my Sandslash, which is kind of a big deal, because this is my Spinner and Stealth Rock user, because, you know, he gets access to both, so why not? And but yeah, that sucks, because that means I can no longer get up my Stealth Rocks, which is always kind of a big deal, and in case he sets up his rocks, I can no longer spin those away, so yeah, that kind of sucks. Anyway, I go out to Pure Ugly to take out his Weavile with a... No, not Weavile. What? Did I say Weavile before? I mean Sneasel, of course. But yeah, let's see, I fake out his oh my god, Sneasel. And he goes into a Lapras, I just U-turn there, go into my Noctowl, which is a great special wall actually, especially in NU. But yeah, so I just go for a Nightshade, he goes for an Ice Beam probably just to kind of scout how much that would do. And it really doesn't do that much, because as I said, Noctowl is a great special wall, and I think that did about half of what my maximum HP would be, so there's really not much of anything. And I am faster, meaning that I can remove my flying type with Roost, which means his attacks are only going to do even less. So I'm pretty much just waiting for him to realize that he cannot stay in here and switch out. And it is kind of up to me to predict that switch, you know, kind of when will that switch happen. And but he actually stays and Toxics me, which is alright, I guess. You know, it would have been a good move on his part if I did not pack Psycho Shift, which I do, which he didn't expect. So you know, I shift over the Toxic to him, and that only really just means that he cannot stay in here at all. He already couldn't pretty much, but now it's only going to make it even harder for him to stay in here and not go down first. So I think I'm just gonna go for a Roost here, as he probably switches out, realizing that he cannot do anything, and he probably expected that Roost as well. So he had a safe switch there into Ampharos, which is definitely gonna scare me away, because even though he is also a special attacker, Lapras was obviously a wall, meaning that it doesn't have that much special attack investment, and Ampharos definitely does, and it is very powerful. So I switch it out to my Vileplume, which pretty much is a good counter to Ampharos. I expected him to be like a sub puncher with Thunderbolt and Hidden Power or something, and because he went for the Thunderbolt there, that probably means his Hidden Power is Grass and not Ice, which is only going to make it easier for me to wall him. I break his sub with a Sludge Bomb, and I think I'm going to predict his switch here and go for a Leech Seed or Sleep Powder. Oh yeah, right. His Lapras already had status, which is why I went for the Leech Seed and not the Sleep Powder, in case he wanted to absorb that Sleep Powder, which he did try to do, but I kind of expected that, so I just went for the Leech Seed, and you know, that is some nice additional damage on his Lapras, which is really getting worn down by status and Leech Seed now. So I switch into Pure Ugly, knowing he probably will go for the Ice Beam, and I do have Thick Fat, and since the Leech Seed is still up, you know, I don't really have a problem with me switching in there, because I'm going to get some nice HP back from that Leech Seed, because Lapras does have a pretty massive HP stat, so I'm definitely going to get some nice HP back from that. And I'm just going to go for a Body Slam, thinking it might be able to finish it off, but he goes into his Ampharos, which takes a hefty chunk from that as well, but he gets the static on me, meaning that I am now paralyzed, and you know, Pure Ugly does rely on its speed a lot, so that kind of sucks. And I'm just going to go switch into my Vileplume again. He goes for a Focus Blast this time. I guess he doesn't have Focus Punch. He's just purely special. And you know, Vileplume can obviously take that very well, and I just want to save that pure ugly for later in case I'm gonna need that priority fake out and sucker punch. So yeah, so I expect a switch into Lapras here, and I thought maybe a Sludge Bomb wouldn't be able to finish him off, which is why I went for the substitute to get some extra poison damage on him. And as you can see here, he goes for an Ice Beam, and I'm just gonna go for that Sludge Bomb. And that is not going to be able to finish him off, but the poison now is, so that substitute was definitely a good move to do there, because it looks like I definitely needed that extra little amount of HP from poison. So that was great, and let's see, I'm not exactly sure what he does here. We had this battle a couple of weeks ago, or no, actually, I think a week and a half ago or something like that. So goes into Charizard, obviously a special attacker. Or no, actually it could have been physical for all I knew, but I kind of expected him to be a physical special attacker, which is why I went out to Noctowl. And he gets a crit Air Slash, which kind of sucks. And he just goes for a second Air Slash, maybe hoping for the flinch, which luckily he doesn't get yet. But I'm not going to spoil anything, so... and yeah, it looks like Noctowl is just going to be able to stay in here all day and you know, roost off those hits that he just keeps throwing at me. And he does have Life Orb, so I'm just going to be able to wear him down pretty easily. Focus Blast really doesn't do anything. I kind of expected him to switch here into possibly a physical attacker, which is why I went for the Reflect. But he does not, and he goes for an Air Slash here. And unfortunately he gets the flinch, so that really sucks, and that means Noctowl is now pretty much dead. And now I'm going to have to, you know, find another way to deal with this Charizard. And he gets a crit on the Flamethrower. I don't think that mattered because it is higher base power than Air Slash. Pretty sure that didn't matter. So, but still, the flinch obviously definitely did matter. So I go into my Haunter, which is Scarfed, and this is a modest nature. So I'm pretty sure a Shadow Ball would have taken him out at that point. And he goes into a Dragonair. Maybe not knowing I'm Scarfed, but Charizard does have a higher base speed, so I'm not really sure what he was exactly thinking there. And he said he misclicked here and went for a Dragon Dance instead of an Outrage. But Reflect was still up at that time, so Outrage wouldn't have been able to kill me off. And I'm just going to be able to outspeed him and hit him with a second Shadow Ball, which finishes him off with a useless crit right there. And now he's just going to go into Ampharos, which is going to be able to take a Shadow Ball, unfortunately, and finish me off with a Thunderbolt, which kind of makes me think why he didn't switch that in the first place, because he kind of wasted his Dragonite there, but, you know, I guess he didn't expect to live that Shadow Ball or something, I don't know. Anyway, I just go into my Magmortar, finish him off with an HP Grass, which is going to be useful for his last guy as well, which ends up being a Whiscash, if I'm correct. And that's obviously 4 times weak to Grass, so that's going to be able to finish him off easily. And that's the game. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to see some more Wi-Fi battles from me, go check out my channel. I am currently doing some black and white, as I said in my previous video as well. And definitely go check out my opponent. He makes really good videos, and a very entertaining guy. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.